Hi, welcome to HTML. In this class, we'll discuss about HTML5, and before that, we'll discuss about what is HTML. So in the basic of HTML, what we are going to cover is to understand what is a web page, what is a website, very basic about it. And then we'll cover various HTML tags like what is a font, what is a div, what are the column tags, what are the image, how do you include image in a HTML file, how do you create a list, how do you create a link, tables, frames, and forms. So those are some of the HTML basic which we will cover in this session. And then after that, we'll also go to HTML5 and we'll discuss that. So I'm just skipping the HTML5 agenda because when it will come, we'll just cover that. So let us start with what is HTML. And the objective of this first session is to explain about design web pages, spell out the guidelines for making a web page, understand what HTML is. So let us see this example. So when you go to the Amazon website, you see this website, right? Now this is a website which is made of multiple HTML pages. So when you click the various links, let us assume you click here, you click here, you click here, you click here, the various web pages are displayed to the user. And why it is happening? Because any website is made of multiple web pages. So these are the various web pages which HTML pages might be made of. I have just given the name ABCD, but this is what it is. Okay, so a website is built of multiple web pages. The first web page which opens in a website when you type the address of website is called home page, and home page is nothing but the one of the many HTML pages which the website will show you first. And this name of this home page is generally start with index. So like index.html, index.jsp, index.php, anything it can be. And there is no restriction with respect to the site size. It can have 2 HTML pages, it can have just 1 HTML pages, it can have thousands of HTML pages. So there is no restriction. And this website runs on a server. Now, most of the time, one website might be sitting on one server. But it is also quite possible that one website files are distributed over multiple servers. So that is also possible. A web page, what is the usage of various web pages? So let us see what web pages can help you. So you can create a web page to display various products which you are selling. Like you are selling a book, you are selling sweets, you are selling flowers. So it can create a product catalog and it can display in the web page. Another use of web page is to create a chatting application. So you have seen the independent chatting like Yahoo Messenger or Google Chat, but inside the web page also you can provide a chatting facility. So web page is also used for providing a chatting facility. A web page can also be used for online order tracking. Like you send a courier or something, then you go to the website and there is a web page which tracks your order online. Okay. You can have an online demonstration of some of the product. You can have online feedback system. So online feedback system can also be created as a web page. So those were the some of the web page things. Now let us go to general guidelines in creating a web page. When you are going to create a web page, the general guideline is do not use too many fonts, because if you use too many fonts, readability is a problem. People may not be able to read. So avoid using too many fonts. Avoid using too many colors. So too many colors on the same page will unnecessarily distract people from reading whatever is there on the web page. So try to be just 2-3 colors and use the shade of the color, like light gray, deep gray, gray, that kind of a thing. But if you try to put too many colors, it becomes very confusing. Okay. Now use pastel colors in corporate and professional slides. What it means is that don't use very vivid and bright colors in the corporate and professional slides for a web page. But when you are creating a web page for kids and entertainment purpose, it should be of a very bright and sharp colors because kids like that, right? So that is what you have to be careful about. Now come to various phases of developing a website. How do you develop a website? First step is called design, and that is called design phase. Second step is called development phase. Now, what we'll do in design phase and development phase? Let us see that. Now, in the design phase covers few things. First is the goals and objectives. So, what are the goals of your website? Is it for a particular selling a product, or is it for doing some branding? Is it for attracting new customer? What is the goal and objective? So the goals and objective must be clarified in the design phase itself. The target audience. Who is the target audience? Target audience is like, is it a fresher? Is it a kid? Is it a corporate? Who, for whom you are creating this website? Because unless you make it very clear in the design phase that for whom you are creating the website, developing it later becomes a problem. Next is storyboarding. What is storyboarding? Storyboarding is nothing but thinking about the behavior of a user and creating a story that when a user will come, he will click this one, then he will go to this page, then he will go to the next page. So the flow and structure of all the web pages connecting to each other is called storyboarding. Why it is required? Because you have to, after developing the web pages, you have to connect those web pages to each other. If you do not connect, then they will not be able to see the web pages. So before you do the connection, you need to have a plan that when people will come to this website, there will be 3 link or 4 link, and then they will click here, they will go here, from there they will go somewhere else. So all that is called storyboarding. Okay, so that is the planning part. Next is organize your information. This part means that you have to first plan and think what information you are going to put on the website. You are not going to put all the information, everything which you have in your company or educational institute or college. So let us assume that you are going to put information about your college. Now, you are not going to put the marks of the every student on the college or the salary of the employee on the website. So, but you have to decide that what you're going to put, and that is called organizing your information in the website. So first decide what you are going to put and how they will be related to each other. Now once you have that thing, come to the development phase. In the development phase covers, first is the layout of the web page and the website. This is very important. This is very important because the website should be very informative, easy to read, and it should have sufficient information for the visitor of your website. So the layout of the web page and the website is very important. What it means is that in the layout of the web page, that web page can be of a different layout. It can have a single page with no columns. It can have 2 different columns and information is placed in those 2 columns. It can have 3 columns and the information is placed in 3 different columns. So it is up to you that how you create. So I can have a one website like just this one and some information here. I can have another website which will look like this, and I will put it like this structure, like this and this. So this is another layout of your HTML page. I can have another layout of HTML page which will look something like this. So it depends on you what kind of a layout you want to create for the web page and the website in general. Do you want to put the video here? You want to put audio something here? What kind of information? Do you want to put the menu on the front or the left side? Sometimes you can put the menu here like this, some menu. Okay, like this. Sometimes they put the menu here. So this is called a layout of the web page and the website. When you are creating this layout of the web page and the website, make sure that there is a unity and variety. What means by unity and variety? Unity means the theme of the website should be same. Like if it is a gray color shade, then all the pages should have the background gray color shade or gray color related color. You cannot have one web page in green, other in red, and third in brown. So that is called not possible. So that is where we mean by unity. What is variety? Variety means that don't repeat the same content or data or information on multiple pages. Structure them in such a way that when user goes from one page to other page, he get a different set of information which is very interesting to him. Okay. Recognizing the medium. This website will be seen by user whether on mobile or tablet or desktop. Effect and layout. What is the effect and layout the user will have? That is what it has to come. Using color. Color should be used very nicely, that will look nice and appealing to the visitor. Now there is a background. So every web page should have a same background in a website. If you keep a different background in a different pages of a website, it will look very odd. So be careful about the background. Sometimes we put an image in the background. Sometimes we put a color in the background. Sometimes the background itself changes as a video or something. So make sure you do the correct planning and development for the background, which is very important. Text, what is the text, font, color, and everything? That is what you have to do. The next thing which we have to do in the development phase is linking all these pages. So how this page will come from here to here, or this page will come from here to here. So how do you link these pages, right? So linking the pages is called navigation around the website. For that, you have to create a hypertree, that tree structure, that this page links this page links this, and all of that. So that is called hypertree structure. You have to have a image maps. You can have a image maps. What it means is that on a particular image, you can have a different areas which you click, it goes to the different part of your website. Hyperlinks, we'll discuss about this in a detail. And then called sub pages. Sub pages means from main page, when you come to these pages, these are called sub pages. So that was about the development phase. Now we will get into our HTML, which is full form is hypertext markup language. So that is what we are going to discuss now. So what is HTML? HTML is nothing but a markup language. It refers to the tags which specify how to incorporate text, graphics, sound, and the visual elements and display on a web page. What is the history of HTML? HTML is coming from a standard called SGML. And HTML, the history behind the SGML, you can go and read about it on a website. But let us focus only on HTML right now. Okay. And SGML, if you are looking for a full form of it, it is a standard generalized markup language. So you can understand that. Now, any HTML page at a highest level will always look like this. So first line will start with something called HTML and last line will end with something called HTML. The difference is this backslash, which is not here. Okay. Now inside these two tags, it is like a starting bracket and ending bracket for HTML. Inside this, there are pair of bracket. Now there is another one called head, and then there is another one called body. And if you see the difference between this and this is this back forward slash, sorry, which is a indication that this tag is closing here. You can put something inside here. Okay, so this is forward slash, forward slash, forward slash, and it is closing it. So every HTML page will look like just this one. And this is called heading section. And this is where actual text is done inside between this. So every HTML page will look like this. Now, when you put something there, how does it look like? So see the example. So you can try out this one in your computer. You start with this HTML head, and inside head there is a concept called title. So you can put the title as well here. Now title here need a tag here missing, but it will be a title like, you can put a title like this, and here title. Okay. Now inside HTML, this was your HTML. Okay. This is your head. Okay. This is your body, and this is the title. Now inside HTML, first should be head, and inside head there should be a title, and then there should be body. Where does this head goes? Head is like top, right? So it is top. So now inside that there is a title called, this is the heading of the document. So it goes like H1 here. Sorry, title will be closed here. Title will be closed. Sorry for my bad handwriting. This is not correct. Okay. So there is something called title, and then there is some text. What is the difference between this and this? This one goes to here. So this, my first HTML has gone to this one here. Where is this guy gone? This is the heading. This has come here. Now, whatever you want to show here, that is what it goes there, right? So whatever is inside title, that goes in the top of the browser. Whatever is other things which are there, that goes in the top here. Now inside the body, whatever you write here, that will go inside here in the body. And that is the way the HTML works. Let us see another example. So how you will start writing HTML. So first you will write HTML tag, correct? So first you do this. What is next? You is open the head, create a head tag. What is next? After that, you will put title, look of an HTML document. And this title is this. Now this is where this goes here. Okay. Next, you can write, close the head because I am done with that. And then I can write body itself directly. Welcome to the world of HTML. And whatever is inside the body, it will come here itself. And then last one is that close the HTML tag properly. The only thing you have to ensure is that this tag, or when you are starting, you have to close as well. Otherwise, it does not work. And these are just a well-defined tag. You cannot create your own tag in HTML. HTML gives you a predefined tag. And that is where another concept comes. If I want to create my own tag, how can I do? That is what the XML allows you to do that. Okay. Now let us see another concept called headline tags. So in HTML, they have defined something called H1 to H6. What is H1 to H6? Basically, it is just a way to differentiate between different level of text you want. So H1 is top level with a large font, bold color. H2 is little less font size, little less boldness. H3 is little less font size. H4 is even further lower font size. H5 is again lower font size. H6 is very small. Now, sometime when you write a paragraph and a story, you need the title big, then you need the sub paragraph title little smaller, and then you need the paragraph, right? Now, those things by default, you can use the value of H1, H2, H3 to create that kind of a structure, and it will look nice. The paragraph will look nice. Because think about, if you write the whole story and all are in the same font, reading it is becoming very difficult. So this is called H1 tag, and this goes to this one. Okay. Now this is H2 tag, and this H2 is coming here, right? And you see the size of the font is decreasing. So it is decreasing like this. So H1 to H6, H6 is the smallest one, which it goes like this. Okay. So this is the way you can create a text inside in your HTML page, and you can do it. And the syntax for this is very simple. And this H1 to H6 can be anywhere in the HTML page. It doesn't have to be inside a head. You can use it inside body as well. Okay, so you can put inside the body and do that as well. Now let us understand that when you write some paragraph in HTML page, how the paragraph formatting works. So first we'll understand about a paragraph tag. So paragraph tag starts with tag called P. Like in the previous one we saw HTML, body, title, head, H1, H2, H3. So P is a tag of HTML which lets you organize a structured paragraph. So everything you write inside that can be considered as one paragraph, and then you can change how the look and feel will be for that paragraph. Now how do you format and make it look better for that paragraph? There are few attributes called align. Align attribute has a value called center, means if you say center, then the paragraph will come in the center of the page. If you say left, it will come in the left side of aligned of the page. If you say right, it will come in the right side of the page or wherever that paragraph is. Now that is what is good part about creating a paragraph and assigning align attribute. But how do you do that? So let us see one code example. Here is the example. So I have created a paragraph. The paragraph text should be added here within the /p tag. So this is your paragraph. Paragraph is this much. Okay. Don't get confused by this p. This is just a part of your paragraph. Actual tag is this one. And this is the way you can create a paragraph. Now we are done with the paragraph tag, and next session will be about font, div and column tags.